remember Goldilocks? As well as teaching us the importance of a complete breakfast, she taught us the balance of compromise. Not too hard, not too soft, not too big, not too small. And it's the approach taken by BMW with this, the 2017 M4 CS. A really nice balance between the well-equipped and luxury nature of the M4 competition and the more hard-edged, track-focused nature of the M4 GTS. And it works in a way that makes this new M4 a little bit like an old M3. So what's changed on the CS? Well, you get this great carbon fibre vented bonnet that we saw on the GTS. There's a new carbon fibre front splitter that is unique to this model. Also unique are the wheels, 19 by 9 at the front and 20 by 10 at the back. Slightly thinner than you find on a GTS and slightly smaller than you find on a competition. And they both wear Michelin Pilot Cup Sport 2 sticky tyres to give the car extra grip and a little bit more track-focused nature. A lot of other elements are carried over from other M4 models. The carbon fibre one-piece prop shaft and carbon fibre roof were retained. Down the back is another cool new carbon fibre element. This specific rear gurney flap that mounts as a boot spoiler is unique to the CS. The colours too have been introduced with this model. This is San Marino blue and there's also lime rock grey, sticking to that M tradition of naming the colours after racetracks. The car gets the really cool 3D OLED taillights carried over from the GTS, but it maintains the sports exhaust system that we found on the competition. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Let's take a look inside. Well, up here it's not so much a matter of what you get, but what you don't. The CS is focusing on a lightweight, more raw experience. And even though the seats are carried over from the competition model, the door cards, very lightweight, uninsulated material, are carried over from the GTS. Also familiar to the GTS is this Alcantara dash, which has got the cool CS branding. But you are missing out on a lot of equipment if you're used to some of the other M4 models. There's no reverse camera, it's a very basic setup, no driver assists, but it makes this a little bit more exciting and reduces weight, so much so that this is 30 kilograms lighter than a competition. What's even better though, is there's more power. One of the big things about an M4 to make it feel like a driver's car is obviously the handling. Now this car shares its springs with the competition, but the dampers have again been readjusted. They are adaptive, they change whether they're in Sport, Sport Plus or the Comfort mode, and it's just been sharpened that little bit more than the competition to give the car a lot of stability in corners, but a lot of comfort when you're in the touring mode. And I think a lot of that can actually be attributed to the tyres. The Pilot Sport Cup 2s are very soft and very grippy, but it gives the car a little bit of extra compliance when it's in a touring mode, making this, even though it's lightweight and a little bit raw, still a comfortable, practical, everyday car. I'd have one. But one thing that's very apparent with the CS is this is very much a more enthusiast level car. I don't know if you can hear, but it is a lot noisier in here. When you rev it out to sort of 5.5 to 6,500 RPM, it gets quite drony. But the thing is, all of that noise and all the vibrations that come with it are natural. This car doesn't have the augmented in-car stereo noise that's piped through the speakers of other M4 models. What you hear is what there is, and in a way, it makes it a lot more exciting. You've got 3 steering weights as part of the setup of the M4 CS, and where we've been quite critical of M4 steering in the past, where it can feel that you need to constantly adjust it on your way through the corner, this car does feel a little bit better. But that said, we have either been pushing it very hard or taking it very easy. So time will tell on just how direct this car is compared to other M4s. And this isn't your practical everyday M4. There's nowhere to actually put anything. There's no door pockets on the door cards. The center console has been removed. There's just a single USB point there, making the CS very much a definitive, I'm going to go for a drive car, rather than let's throw all our stuff in and just do a family tour. Well, while this has just been a quick first look at the new BMW M4 CS, we do like what we see. The car looks fantastic. It's much more balanced than the somewhat goofy and a little bit over the top GTS. It's got plenty of power, it's fun to drive, but most importantly, it brings a sense of character back to the M4 that reminds us of what you used to feel from the older M3. The big question is just how this car will be priced and specified in Australia, and whether it or the lower spec and lower price M4 Pure will be the best way to get that raw M3 driving experience while you're driving an M4.